Hey, my loves, this is Kamatsu Louisa Siema, and welcome back to my channel. Hello, my loves, how are you doing? I hope you're well. To all my returning subscribers, hello, hi, how are you doing? To all my new subscribers, what's good? Welcome. We are all about just chatting, holding each other accountable, tracking our progress throughout the weeks, and really just building a community where people are open and free to talk and to share their journeys as well as share their struggles and achievements and really celebrate yourself in the process, right? The finished what? The finished picture is so much better when you know the journey. Team. So I hope you're good. So you're gonna be watching this on Friday. And I must say that this week has been a ball of joy, relaxation, as well as exciting new things, right? I'm getting into my which you have to you have to plan kind of phase. And that's not to say that I have never planned out my days or my life or everything. But I'm realizing that just jotting it down, really having a visual representation of what I'm trying to do is very, very important to me, especially um, in this season or in this just era. So that's that. So on this Friday, I'm just popping in, or on this Friday, I'm just popping in to see how you're doing, to see how your week was, to see if you are satisfied with the work, with the tasks that you wanted to reach, with the goals that you wanted to reach throughout this week. My English is even leaving me. But with everything that you wanted to do this week, I hope that you were able to achieve it. I hope that you are excited and just ready to see the progress. Consistency is key. And this is something that I'm learning just later on in life, but I'm glad that I have come to realize that it's super, super important, right? So last year, I started just writing a blog. I started writing a blog about life, about anything that was just on my head, in my mind, yeah, and in my spirit. I started writing a blog about just how I'm feeling, what's going on, how I'm moving, and all these wonderful things. And I told myself that all I had to do was to just be consistent and show up, and everything else will everything else will build on that consistency, right? Mm, Cut to this year, I'm still continuing with my blog, and it's exciting. It's exciting. I still have to learn how to monetize that blog, but I still just want to keep it private for some reason. I don't know. I'll see. So consistency is key. It helps, and to this day, I have over 20 blog entries, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited also about my content creation journey. I'm excited to see how I just evolve, how I grow, how I edit my videos better, how I caption them better, how everything just flows, and, getting user engagement and just building a community on these different platforms would be something that's very, very important to me in this journey or in this season of my life right now. I'm excited. Building a personal brand as well as having brand identity for my company, that's just super exciting for me to do. So everything that I plan out to do throughout the week, I plan it around my company. I plan it around my personal brand and grow my personal brand, and just having my foot in the door when it comes to showing up with content and really evolving as a content creator. So that's something that I'm really looking forward to. It's really good to me. The hustle is always on my mind. The grind and just the evolution of who you become when you are on this journey is very impactful and very important. So many times we want to look at where we're not, or we want to look at what we don't have as to evaluate our progress, but we forget the intrinsic evolution that is happening, that is taking place in our lives. We forget the intrinsic value of us going through certain seasons of our lives, and whether they were bad, whether they were good, the fact that we went through them and we are on the other side of that story, or of that season, is something that we ought to value, something that we have to appreciate very, very much. And for the most part, I've been very I've been very mean to myself, guys. I've been very mean, and it bordered on just me being a whiner at times. When I reflect on this particular video that I shot, I was whining. I was really low key. Yeah, I was low key embarrassed and trying to play it off as, oh, this is just powerful. This is great. We can do it kind of type. But as I'm reflecting even more, as I reflected even more, I realized that um, you have to catch yourself. Catch yourself, girl. You don't want to be a whiner. You don't want to be somebody who is a whiner, a beggar, and somebody who can't get out of their situations, right? We're grown. We're 35 this year. So we are accountable to our lives. So, in saying that, we must reflect on the parts we played to be in the positions that we're in, right? That's the harsh truth of life. You can't separate how you moved from where you are and try to add everything external, so you can validate why you're not where you are, why you're not where you think you should be. Does it make sense? As much as timing is important, as much as God and the universe plays an important role, how are we positioning ourselves? How are we preparing ourselves for the journey that we ought, that we desire for, right? I'm learning so much about intentionality when it comes to me and gymming and restarting this weight loss journey and this just change of lifestyle. I'm realizing that results will not come when you dream about them, when you Google YouTube, when you Google weight loss videos, when you check up, when you ask AI what's the best weight loss tips, what's the best exercise tips, and when you print out a whole document and paste it on your wall and say, I'm gonna do this. Results come when you start doing the work. Results come when you start doing the work. This is why I was telling you, prayer alone is not action. Prayer alone is not doing the work. Right? I think we have to really go deep into us putting in the work, showing up, being consistent, doing the hard things. And ultimately our actions will speak for us, and not the words that we planned out, not the beautiful goals that we set out in our books that we never put some action into. Right? The Bible says, write the vision. Let it be clear and plain that all may see. Write it down, for the time of it has not come yet. Though it tarries, it will surely come to pass. Yeah, you wrote it down. Faith without actions is dead, though. So where's the action? You said you're gonna be a multimillionaire. How many streams of income do you have currently? Do you understand the money business? Do you understand the money conversation? Do you understand the terminology? You say you're a businesswoman. You say you're an entrepreneur. You say you're 5 years in. Can you write an income statement? Right? What are your sales strategies? What are your marketing strategies? What are the systems in your operations? Whether it be in your packaging, in your processing, your manufacturing, in your sales. How are you forecasting your business? Do you know the trends within your business? Did you say you're an entrepreneur, right? You say you are a programmer, you say you're a coder, you say you're a makeup artist, nail technician, you say you're a doctor, you say all these things. Evidence. People are cruel, guys. People are mean. The world is mean, right? All they care about is what you have to show. What you have to show. And what you not necessarily what you say, but the action behind that. How are you backing it up? Right? I think also the enemy kind of traps us into this in this cycle of shame where we feel like our story is very shameful and nobody will learn something from it. Nobody will glean into it. I think that's where he thrives, where you've done something and you've repented and you have acknowledged you're wrong, but the shame of that story still haunts you so much so that you want to hide because you want to leave space if you can. You want to leave space for a relapse, but also you want to hide yourself behind this wall of your secrecy so that whatever happens, at least nobody knows. Very wrong. Very wrong and very, very dangerous ground. You know, this other Bible verse speaks of mosquito. Okay, this I have to get this or it will get me. Okay, this other Bible verse speaks of you have been going around this mountain for far too long. We have been going around Horeb, Horeb, for far too long. It is time to look up north. If we look up north, it's up. Alright, it's time to look up to God, your creator, whoever came, whoever founded the earth. So these cycles that we keep going through, these generational cycles, still there on my ring light. These generational cycles that we find ourselves in, that could be our dry land. That could be our desolate land. That could be our land where we are thirsty, parched, and we need something better. A mountain is something that cannot move, right? I mean, scientifically, you can't just grab your two hands and remove that mountain, right? You can't do that. So you've been walking around this mountain, this desolate land, this unfruitful land for far too long. It is time to look up north. Don't hide behind don't hide behind your shame. Don't hide behind the parts in you that you feel are unpolished and are not perfect. This is not the channel where you show us your highlight reel. This is not the channel where I show you my achievements, and I rob you of the journey. I rob you of the aspects of me that make me human, that make me just want to share my story with you so that you are encouraged of my journey. This is not the channel where we post only the successes. This is the channel where we narrate the journey, where we journal the journey, where we expose the journey and see the trials and tribulations, what happens to us, how we feel, how we get up, and what is our next plan. This is that channel. And as much as I'm finding my feet, as much as I'm finding my way, I'm hoping that you will find your way too. That you will be encouraged and excited to be on your grind, to be on your 2 toes or your 10 toes, and really just put in the work, right? I'm on this other content creation WhatsApp group, and I'm inspired by the different business owners that are there, that are also content creators for their businesses, and I'm excited to see how they grow and how I grow as a result of me being in that community, right? Find a community that resonates with where you want to go and glean, learn from them. I think that would be so helpful for you in your journey. Don't hide in your silos, don't hide in your secret place or in your room at home and say that my world is over because I have not achieved X, Y, and Z by this age. Don't hide behind that, because that will eventually catch up with you. My advice to you would be live your life freely, live your life boldly, live your life unapologetically. Because in that you fight ooh, the very instinct. Hey, English. You fight that instinct of you cowering and feeling weakened by your process and by your journey. You fight that urge when you wake up and live boldly, right? I hope this makes sense to you. I'm excited for the year ahead. I'm loving how I am progressing. I am loving how I'm holding myself accountable to what I set out to do. And I'm showing up. I'm showing up barefaced. I'm showing up excited. I'm showing up tired. I'm showing up bored. I'm showing up uninspired. I'm showing up late at night, early in the morning. I'm showing up outside, inside. I'm showing up. And I pray to God in this moment that you give your shame to Him and you take up His character of boldness, of might and power. That you give up the spirit of fear and you take up the spirit of power, of love, and of a sound mind. I pray that you would begin to perceive the new way that God is making in the desert. In the desert. That you would look at the streams that are flowing from the place you thought was never going to be fruitful. I pray that you would begin to see the light of your journey and the consistency that you put in speak for you. I'm Kamota Louisa Siama. I'm just a girl. Shout out to Milo. I'm just a girl living in the world. I'm just a woman who has her own voice, and who has big dreams, has her own desires. And I just want to have fun. I just want to have fun on this journey, right? So all my girlies, to all my guys, just live, babe. Just live. Yeah. Love and lights. Come on, Louisa Siama. Happy Friday. Relax. Have a glass of wine or whatever you drink. And enjoy the journey. Yeah.